Well, hey everybody, Andy Cavernan here with another Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. Hey, I want to thank you for just the outpouring of support and love we've received from you here these last number of days. Your comments on the last devotional, your texts, your notes, your offers to help have really meant a lot to our family. And it's humbling, and we're so grateful for you. We love you, and thank you for demonstrating your care in Christ for us. And we hope that you are experiencing the love of Jesus in ways that we've experienced it here this week. We're on the mend. Most of us are kind of out of the woods, and one of us has some lingering effects today, but I expect even as the day has gone on, the effects have gotten less, and tomorrow is going to be a better day. And Lord willing, we're going to be out of the woods, back into the stream of life very soon as a whole family, and so we're grateful for that. One of the things that's been funny, if you can think of anything that's funny when you have COVID, is I have a terrible cough at times, and I make it loud sometimes. And my family thinks that I do it on purpose, and maybe I do, maybe I don't know. But my sons often call me extra. Dad, you're so extra. And I don't fully know what that means, but I think it means you're over the top. You're doing too much there. And, it makes me think in the first century that there were a lot of extra requirements on the people of God from the leaders of the land. And as my cough might be extra in our home, so all these rules were extra in the life of the Israelite people. And that presented quite a burden for the people. That presented quite a list of unrealistic expectations, oppressive. And I wonder, have you ever felt like your relationship with God was set with a bunch of rules that were just unattainable, that were hard, that you could never measure up to? That's how the people of the first century would have felt. That's why Jesus' words in Matthew chapter 11 are so important. I want you to listen to what Jesus says, Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Now, notice what Jesus says here. He doesn't say, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm going to love you anyway. Of course, he does love us. But he doesn't say, go hitch your wagon to whatever kind of ideology you have, act however you want to act, do whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter to me. No, that's not what he says. Listen to what he says. He says, "Come to me, you who are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest." He's going to give us rest, but not by setting us free from any sort of obligation. Instead, he says this. He says, "Take my yoke upon you." You know what a yoke is? A yoke was something used to control oxen, to join them together, to get them to work in tandem. When Jesus asks us to take his yoke on us, what he's asking us to do is to let him control the trajectory of our lives. Now that might sound, anytime you use the word control, people bristle, right? That might sound kind of scary, but actually it's not when you consider this. He says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you'll find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." See, friends, we're all yoked to something. We're yoked to an ideology. We're yoked to our expectations. And when that ideology or those expectations aren't met, we're frustrated, we're disappointed. Maybe we're yoked to somebody else's expectations for us. That too is dangerous. What Jesus says is, hey, take my yoke upon you. I know the way. And I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to source you the strength necessary to live and to follow me. Just let me slip my yoke on you, and you're going to be okay. Friends, my encouragement to you today, stop chasing the yoke of this or that, the yoke of other people's expectations, the yoke of your own burdens, your own expectations, your own aspirations. And instead, let Jesus put his yoke on you and rest and walk with him. And watch what he does. He delights in teaching you, in leading you, in walking with you to still waters, to quieting your soul, to being your peace and your hope. Let him carry your burden today. God bless you, friends.